Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Pokemon Showdown battle. Do not adjust your computer screens. This is an Alphabet Cup match. So, you are going to be seeing some really strange moves, because in the Alphabet Cup, any move can be learned by a Pokemon as long as they share the same first letter in the name. So you're going to be seeing some really weird moves that you would not normally see from these Pokemon, and it's probably a really good thing that these moves don't actually exist on these Pokemon that you're going to see. I'm going to run through my team really fast. I have Sableye, Tornadus, Electivire, Chansey, Greninja, and Floatzel, and my opponent has Diggersby, Heatran, Thundurus, Gengar, Scizor, and Breloom. And some of the things that are common in this are let's see, Geomancy, Gengar, and Greninja, which I expected. Dragon Dance, Diggersby, Topsy-Turvy, Tornadus, and Thundurus. It's just really crazy, and I can't even go into who I think is going to lead on my opponent's team because I had no idea. I was still pretty new at Alphabet Cup, and I'm still really confused by a lot of it. But let's get into this battle, and hopefully, maybe, it'll clear things up for both of us. Alright, so my opponent leads off with his Breloom as I lead off with my Floatzel. Usually I lead off with Sableye to set things up, but I decided to go with Floatzel because it hits a lot of my opponent's teams really hard, and it's choice banded, I think. I may have switched the choice band to a choice scarf or vice versa later, but it takes out Breloom with no trouble at all. And so I bring in my Electivire to take a Thunderbolt, which I knew was going to go to my Floatzel. And since Topsy-Turvy is prankstered, that Thundurus is able to still go first. But luckily I get to take it out with an Ice Punch just like that. Now, Thundurus and Tornadus are really huge pains in the butt in this thing because of Topsy-Turvy and Prankster. I decided to switch out my Electivire to save for later. And Gengar is going to go for a Geomancy, which is scary on a lot of G-named Pokemon, which is why I brought in Chansey, because I knew that it would set things up like that. And I decided to Cotton Guard, which was really dumb for me. I should have just soft-boiled, but I mean, I really can't do anything to Gengar. This Chansey is just unable to hit Gengar at all, but what I wanted to do, and what I should have really focused on, was getting rid of that Focus Blast PP so that I can bring in other Pokemon and not be so worried about that Gengar hitting me hard with the Focus Blast. But Chansey goes down, and that's my special wall, of course. I mean, why else would you use Chansey? So I bring in my own Topsy-Turvier, which is Tornadus, and I go first because of Prankster, and all of that Gengar's powers go down. It goes for Geomancy again, and since Geomancy is a turn you have to wait for, I decided to take the opportunity to bring my Greninja in, which also has Geomancy. And so while Gengar is back to neutral, I set up my own Geomancy, and yeah, I have a Power Herb also, and I raise all of my stats as well. And with Thundurus out of the way, I'm not worried about Topsy-Turvy or anything like that. But he decides to go for a really smart play with Sludge Wave. But fortunately, with the special defense boost, I am safe, and I can go into an Ice Beam, which is turned into Stab thanks to Protean. So this time he brings in his Scizor, and I switch out anticipating a Bullet Punch, which absolutely, I mean, I knew was going to happen. So I bring in my Electivire once again, to take a not very effective a hit, but it still hits Electivire really hard. So Electivire is not all that bulky. I went for a Thunder Punch. I don't have Wild Charge on this Electivire because, I don't know, I don't like the recoil damage on this guy. And it goes down to a Storm Throw, which I think is boosted by Technician, and that's just scary. And I did not want to have to take another Storm Throw, so that's why I bring in my Sableye. I don't have Will-O-Wisp on this thing, which I'm assuming is why he switched into his Heatran. I pretty much only have S moves in this. I have Spore, Spikes, Stealth Rock, and Sticky Web, so Sableye is pretty much all 100% taunt bait, I guess. So I decided to set up all my spikes and wait for that Heatran to wake up so I could Spore it again and switch out into something else. He gets a burn off, and that's okay because, I mean, Sableye has pretty much done what it needs to do. So I'm going to switch out Sableye now. No, I'm not. I'm going to use Stealth Rock. Jeez. I thought I'd already done that actually. And he's going to set up his own Stealth Rock. And I'm going to put him to sleep again, I think. Yes, before switching out in the next turn. So yeah, Sableye with Prankster and all of these setup moves is really scary, and that's one of the things that people are really happy does not actually exist in the game, because that would be just so annoying to have to fight. Prankster Spore, I mean, come on, especially without a Sleep Claws, that would be really, really annoying. So I decided to switch out Sableye here and go into my Greninja. He switched out his Heatran into Scizor, and it just, I was like, oh crap, what did I just do? But I think he assumed that I was going to switch Greninja out again, so he didn't go for Bullet Punch. But why would I send Greninja out again with Stealth Rock's up? Because the next time Greninja would be able to come in, it would just faint like that. So I guess that Diggersby did not have Quick Attack because it didn't use it. And yeah, here I am against that Heatran again. I scalded it, and it woke up on that turn, and it ended up roaring Greninja out. But Greninja at low health did a lot of work in this match. Sadly though, that roar brought in Sableye, and Sableye really can't do anything, but I'm too afraid to switch Sableye out into anything else. So I just did whatever. I showed him that I had Sticky Web, and I used it, and so I just let Sableye go down because, I mean, at that point I really didn't care. So I took this opportunity to bring in Floatzel because it would hit Heatran really hard with the waterfall, and that would be the match. I started with Floatzel and ended with Floatzel. And yeah, that is your introduction to Alphabet Cup. I don't know if you've seen any battles involving Alphabet Cup before, but now you have, and you can see just how crazy some of these move combinations can be. I hope you really enjoyed this battle, and if you did, please leave a like and a comment. And also, if you would like to check out gamersbench.com, where we review and play through games that you may enjoy yourself. And lastly, my Twitter account is linked in the description if you want to check that out, and check it every once in a while for videos that I upload. In case you haven't subscribed or you don't feel like subscribing, you can do that and receive notifications that way instead. But overall, I hope you guys are really enjoying yourselves, and I will catch y'all at the next battle. Thanks for watching.